Good to go? Speed.
4, take 1, marker.
I don't even know how this happens. You just pull books out and you put it back, I guess, without reading them, but...
My name is Charlene, and I am the branch head at the Sanderson branch. Largely, I'm responsible for the operations of the branch, so just making sure staff can do their jobs, that customers feel safe and welcomed, and just that the branch operates smoothly day to day.
And does the branch operate smoothly day to day?
This is a straightened, organized shelf. That's what everything else here looked like this morning, but as we just came back, they were probably just pulling out books, tossing it back. There shouldn't be any books at the bottom. It should all be like shelf. And I mean, for the most part, most people just actually use the library properly, but I guess some people don't.
I was born in the West Indies, Jamaica, migrated here in '76, and then I became Cambridge client in my teenage years. So I just stayed in the libraries, just reading books. I studied Latin for 20 years, and I became fluent in Spanish, Italian, and French. I studied the occult as well, and like Indiana Jones.
I come to the library, I'm a music producer and an artist, so I usually come here to finish beats, finish mixes. Sometimes I help out my homies, some computer stuff like I'm doing today.
Just charging my phone up, I don't know, relaxing, getting some data, thinking, getting my head straight, getting it done straight, getting intoxicated with data or relaxing from intoxication from data, one of the two,
The computer brought me here. My phone is currently needs repair, and my laptop, unfortunately, kind of bit the dust about a year or two ago, so this is the only place in the city that I can really go.
Library safety specialists work alongside librarians and in-charge staff, as well as the Gerstein crisis team. I'm in the community center, I'm out here, walking through the library, connecting with individuals, seeing where they're at, seeing how they are, and seeing how I can help.
Well, for myself, I go there, listen to music, or just chill out. Being here, it gets cold sometimes, so you want to go there to warm up. When there's nothing else open, I can go there, get snacks or blankets or anything I pretty much need. I know a lot of the staff.
I am a library assistant. I might be doing programming for very small children in the morning and then helping a senior who doesn't know how to move a mouse and so has been rendered illiterate overnight.
Basically, read books, study something. I come here, I have a computer, laptop, router, they have all kinds of services and other things. I'm even applying for a job there as a page, I think it's called page. I can do it now. I'll work if I can here or maybe another library, but I hope it's here.
When a lot of us don't have internet, when a lot of us don't have computers, we don't have access to reach out to our family or friends, or to listen to music or job search or whatever.
I think that's how Charlene and I got really close, is because we shared a lot of similar values and had the same kind of baseline of what caring for individuals was.
I find my days spent putting out fires a lot of unpredictability about the library and the people that come and use it. Especially working at a branch downtown, we are visited by a lot of folks that are often in crisis or they haven't spoken to anybody all day, so often they just need someone to talk to.
I've been living here since 1987. My first apartment was on Jameson Avenue. My second apartment was on Jameson Avenue. My third apartment was at West Lodge. And I've been here since 2004. Yo! I'm on TV, bro!
Like sometimes people are in here throwing stuff around, using foul language when there's kindergarten kids in here, and I mean...
Well, obviously, any place like that, that's free. I mean, the street people that are cold and have needs will get creative, and they'll tendency to do the least amount of harm and get what they need, and libraries are good places for that, right?
And I think that's probably the most difficult part of the job, like seeing people come in here and not being able to help them past, whatever they need in that moment,
Well, they provide the community a place to stay. A lot of these people go there. It's nice. It's quiet, usually. Now people that go in is different. I can put it straightforward. Because drugs, drinking, other things. You got to have compassion for them, but...
We're all people, and a lot of individuals had a normal life, just like you and I, and circumstance got the best of them, and now here's where they're at.
It protects. Red protects you from all things. So it's a Jesus robes. I'm bald, actually. I'm bald, as I can show you. I can bald. But I just like this in the Jesus robes, and I have different colors that I wear.
We had an increasing tent community right at our doorstep, and Charlene, she was going out and doing wellness checks with that whole community, and so people got to really know her.
Even when I tell my parents about things that happen at the library, they're shocked to know about the violence that can occur or just the aggressive behaviors that we encounter. Especially with the announcement of all the closures of the safe consumption sites, library staff should brace themselves for an increase in incidents and aggressive or violent behaviors.
Somebody was literally throwing furniture around. There was moms and kids with strollers in the lobby. And
I seen this other lady come in here screaming at the top of her lungs, yelling at people and also throwing books around. Pretty bad. There was a bunch of kids in here.
And then yesterday, somebody else also making a lot of noise. Then he finally went. Because there's all kinds of things, they come in there to argue here. I don't know why. They're very quiet. It's supposed to be a quiet place.
Sometimes we have issues with people leaving drug paraphernalia in the bathroom. Staff have to sort of make sure that kids are not accessing that, which you wouldn't think is part of a librarian's job, but it becomes, something that you need to look out for.
I had a gentleman die in the last summer. Because of that individual, I hate to say it, but I don't want to say I police the bathrooms, but I'm very observant of the bathrooms. I'll open the door on you. I will open the door on you. I'm sorry if I catch you with your pants down, but I'm not allowing staff to be traumatized by seeing a dead body, trying to bring someone back who's starting to turn purple because they're gone. That's a lot.
The safe injection sites, the idea is this is a place where you can go and have an injection in a safe context. They're certainly not going to get over their addiction if they're dead. So the idea is keep people alive.
No, it's not helpful. The safe injection sites, to be honest, I don't think a lot of us use it. We use wherever we can, right? But still then we still get, I'm a user myself. Anywhere could be a safe spot. It depends on the people.
And I think that's what made her such a beacon for a lot of individuals that were using. They would come here and be like, is Charlene there? And they would just be like, Charlene, I got a place. Charlene, I'm back on it. I started using it. And I know those conversations because I have those conversations. I know that means you do work, man. You do work. You got people come in to tell you what's going on. You do work.
I think libraries are truly one of the only places that are low barrier that anyone can access. So sometimes you have people sharing a space where they've just used meth, and then you have a kid that comes in that wants to borrow a movie, and they both equally deserve to use the space, and they both should see themselves or be reflected in the space. I like to think of library staff as underqualified social workers but overqualified babysitters, but I think everyone does deserve to be there.
One guy told me to try the library at Nathanville Square. I was kind of scared going there because I thought, well, the security's there. What am I doing here? He said, just go in, son. The library is there. He said, go ahead. So I realized it's just, I was kind of scared to go there. I knew about the library there, but I was scared to go there. I said, just go in. So I went there and I enjoyed the library there.
They're supposed to be working out. They're library workers. They're not they're not mental professionals or anything like that. So they're in a situation where this is a public space. People are sleeping in here, people lock themselves in the washroom. They're like, oh, I'll be out in 10 minutes, I'm doing drugs. I'm like, yeah, this is not good.
You gotta keep it kid friendly, man, too, This is not a bar or something, because I believe in kids. I have a child too, and whatever, I was born as a little kid.
Sometimes us homeless people smell, and so sometimes they don't let us in, right?
Men that I've spoken to who worked on the railroad, you can see it in their hands. You know what I mean? And God forbid they had a problem or whatever, but they worked. They helped build this shit. you know, and now they get nothing from it. But to be told, get out of the library, you stink, or you're sleeping, or and you're looking at someone who laid the concrete for the place you're telling them to get out of, right? But you never get to hear those stories because the stigma is so loud and so big that it's in the way, so you don't get to see the real picture.
Charlene would say, well, the person is here. The need is in front of us. What as a community are we going to do about this?
One of our regulars came in and, it was her last day on Earth and she was going to die tomorrow. So I was being named her next of kin. But we just talked for hours and then eventually she felt good and left the library. But she just really needed that one-on-one and someone to talk to.
One of those things that you wouldn't realize are there, that you are needful people until they're gone, and then you'd be like, shoot, why didn't I look after that before that happened? You know what I mean? So I just kind of keep a watchdog eye on.
Helping each other out. Like don't be judgmental about each other. If let's say you saw me using I job, don't be scared to help. Right? It takes everybody to help each other out.
Charlene will be missed. Should have been Charlene Court, Charlene Branch Library.
This is all of my. This is, my latest single. Distortion.
Thank you so much.
Cheers. Nice meeting you, man. Yeah, man. Have a good one.
Thanks.
Cheers.